Well, hello everybody. Forgot to put the graphic up, but it's time for the 2018 NASCAR season to roll around, and it's time for In the Pits with your host, everybody's favorite brand member, Big Josh Hinkle, the heart and soul Russos brand. Gotta do my veto pose. And it's time for some NASCAR news in 15 minutes or less. Let's get started, everybody. The big story, of course, is Danica Patrick, where it's taken her longer to get a ride for the 2018 season before she retires in Indianapolis 500 in May. But her talks have been very long-winded, and it's not going well for her. She may not be at Daytona next February, so I hope she gets a ride for Daytona, because if she doesn't get a ride for Daytona, that she's going to have to call it a career. Her Indy ride is a possible no-show, maybe, with Penske Racing. So who knows what's going to happen for Danica in 2018. Of course, the big stories of Darrell Wallace Jr., Bubba Wallace going to the 43, and Air Force is going to return to the 43. And then the merger, the alliance of Richard Petty Motorsports and Richard Childress Racing, to where the entire Richard Petty organization, that team is going to move into the Richard Childress shop in Welcome, North Carolina. I've been to Richard Childress Racing in Welcome, North Carolina. Nice shop, but the lady who took us on the tour, it was like a freaking sprint around the whole damn shop. So it was a really bad tour we had. But anyway, I digress. The news about Eric Jones going from Furniture Row Racing to the number 20 car after Matt Kenseth is no longer going to race in NASCAR in 2018. Decided to take some time off, which I don't blame him. And then, let's see, Michael McDowell going to Front Row Motorsports. I get those teams mixed up. Michael McDowell to the Front Row Motorsport Reagan in 2018. That'll be interesting to see how Michael McDowell will do in a Ford. And then Casey Kane going to Michael McDowell's old number 95 team. Small team for Levine Family Racing, and be interesting to see how they will do that for Casey Kane this season. And hopefully it'll be a good year for that team. They still owe me some hero cards from last Christmas. But I don't be better about that. Hold on a second, everybody. I'll give a quick cough here. Mute my microphone. Sorry about that. It's getting over a bad cold. Oh, let's see. You got Richard Childress, unfortunately, had some robbers go into his house, and he used self-defense with like a big shotgun. And I met Richard Childress before, and he's a big, tall dude. He's tall like Vince McMahon. He's got that Vince McMahon walk and all that. And you don't want to piss off Richard Childress because he'll blow your brains out. And thankfully, he's all right. Happened around Christmas. Let's see, what else? We look up the NASCAR news here on NASCAR.com. Alex Bowman going to the 88, replacing the retiring Dale Earnhardt Jr. Now that's a big deal right there. Then William Byron drive the 24 after he won the Xfinity Series championship last year. Paul Menard going to the Wood Brothers. That's a big deal. And then bringing Menards along with that team is going to be really good. Caramel M&M's returning to Kyle Busch for 2018 season. Kind of like Caramel M&M's. Ryan Blaney going to Penske. driving the third Penske car, the number 12. Eric Almirola going to Stewart-Haas Racing in 2018 is a real big deal because everybody thought that Kurt Busch was going to the 10 car, but they bring Eric Almirola. It was like a swerve they threw at the fans. And it's going to be interesting to see how Eric Almirola will gel with Stewart-Haas Racing for the 2018 season. And I hope he wins races because I'm a huge Eric Almirola fan. And I know somebody in Smithfield who's in charge of the marketing. And I hope he does a good job this season. Fingers crossed right there. Get back to the news before I start coughing here. Of course, Chase Elliott bringing back the iconic number 9 to the Cup Series. It's the first time since Bill Elliott, but it's the first time since like Casey Kane had it in 2008. First time in 10 years, and to see Chase bring back his father's own number is going to be interesting to see if he won races this season. Excuse me. Let's see what else I look up here. No, nothing really changed overall for the season. I mean, just the drivers flip-flopping around, and then Kurt Busch has re-signed with Stewart-Haas Racing for the 2018 season. That's good. Said Dale Jr.'s diecast was the best in 2017. Well, duh, he's retiring. That's why. It was the best. And then, let's see. Ryan Newman and Richard Childress Racing renews sponsorship with Caterpillar, of course. You know, that's a good combination for the last several years. Bass Pro Shops have a great paint scheme for the 2018 season. That's going to be good for the 3 and the 31. Hard to get over this bad colds going around. Let's see what else. Excuse me. I mean, the big story, of course, being Danica's possibly not being at Daytona is going to be really big. But everything else is just drivers flip-flopping around, going to new teams next year, here this season, 2018. And of course, in the Truck Series, Ryan Truex, the brother of Monster Energy Cup champion Martin Truex, has been released from Hattori Racing and looking for a new driver to run a bunch of races in 2018 in the Truck Series. Ryan Truex is really a talented race car driver, and you get rid of him because he didn't perform too good. He won some poles, but he didn't win any races in the Truck Series. That's one of the dumbest moves in NASCAR history. No, Hattori Racing, Japanese owner, you made a big mistake, man. Big mistake getting rid of him. But other than that, the season's almost getting started in February. And here on In the Pits, I'm going to cover the news for the next episode, episode 14 of In the Pits. Is going to be more news. I'll be watching all the NASCAR shows on Fox Sports Net and NBC Sports Network and see what comes on. But in the meantime, before we end this podcast of In the Pits, tell everybody out there, if you're not signed up for the Realm Network at $3.95 a month and less than $1 a week, you're missing out on Castrating the Marks. I mean, Castrating the Marks, the best show that gets you your money's worth on russosbrand.com and on the Realm Network. You must be listening to podcast 1. You gotta sign up today. russosbrand.com, $3.95 a month. Cashing the marks the best thing going today, and plus the newest editions of the Russos brand with Stevie Richards, Ben Hamlin. I'm sorry to butcher your name. For this Raw SmackDown reviews, we got Getting Color with Big Vito, and then the newest edition, Mr. Starmaker Boglin with the Bro and Alley on Podcast One. All in all, it's worth $3.95. Sign up today, people. RussosBrand.com. Join today because the brand, we're a family. And I've been with the brand since 2014, people. Sign up today. Well, this has been In the Pits, episode 13, 2018 NASCAR news episode. And next week, I will have episode 14, more news. And I want to say, have a nice day, everybody. If you're in the cold weather, winter weather, whatever, stay warm. And I will catch y'all on the NASCAR flip side, everybody. Time to a veto pose. Deuces.